If money could speak, it would whisper truths that only a few ever hear. The wealthy don't just own assets, they understand them. They don't just invest, they invest with intention. Today, we lift the curtain on the 7 investing secrets wealthy people rely on, the same principles that quietly compound fortunes while others wonder why they never get ahead. Secret 1. Wealthy people don't trade time for money. Wealthy people understand that working harder or longer isn't the path to true financial freedom. Instead of relying solely on a paycheck from a job, they build sources of income that continue to make money even when they're not actively working, like businesses, investments, rental properties, and digital products. Their goal is simple: create systems and assets that generate cash automatically so money flows in whether they're awake, asleep, on vacation, or spending time with family. This shift from earning by effort to earning by ownership is one of the biggest differences between the wealthy and everyone else.
Secret 2. They invest early and relentlessly. Wealthy people don't wait for luck or the perfect moment to invest. They start as early as possible and invest consistently. They understand the power of compound interest, where money grows on top of money over time. Even small investments can turn into huge wealth if they're made regularly and allowed to grow without constantly being withdrawn. Instead of trying to time the market or overthink every decision, they focus on steady progress. They know time is their strongest financial ally, so they begin early and let compounding quietly multiply their wealth in the background. Secret 3. They never rely on one stream of income. Wealthy people understand that depending on a single paycheck is risky because if it stops, everything else in life becomes unstable. Instead, they build multiple sources of income, so money comes in from different directions, like stocks, rental properties, businesses, royalties, and licensing. This way, if one source slows down or fails, the others continue to support their lifestyle. Their goal isn't just to make more money, but to make their finances secure and steady no matter what happens in the economy or job market. Multiple income streams mean peace of mind and long-term wealth.
Secret 4. They buy assets, not status. Wealthy people don't focus on looking rich, they focus on becoming rich. Instead of spending money on luxury items just to impress others, they first use their money to buy assets, things that grow in value or produce income. This includes rental properties that generate cash flow, stocks that pay dividends, intellectual property like books or courses, and businesses that can scale over time. Only after their assets are paying for their lifestyle do they enjoy luxury purchases. Their financial rule is simple: build wealth first, display it later, not the other way around. Secret 5. They study risk, not just reward. Average investors get excited about how much money they might earn, but wealthy investors focus on what they could lose. Before putting money into anything, they carefully analyze the risks and protect their capital like something precious. They'd rather make steady, safe returns than take huge risks that could wipe out their wealth. Their mindset is that avoiding big losses is just as important, if not more important, than chasing big gains. Because when you never lose big, you never have to start over, and your wealth can continue to grow year after year.
Secret 6. They borrow money strategically. Most people avoid debt because they see it as something dangerous, stressful, and limiting. Wealthy people think differently. They avoid bad debt, but actively use good debt to build wealth. Bad debt is borrowing to buy things that lose value, like luxury items and consumer goods. Good debt is borrowing money to buy assets that increase in value or generate income, such as rental properties, investments, or businesses.
When borrowed money is used to create cash flow or long-term growth, debt becomes a powerful tool, a lever that multiplies financial results instead of trapping them. The wealthy don't fear debt itself, they fear using it the wrong way. Secret 7. They invest in themselves first. Before investing in stocks, real estate, or businesses, wealthy people invest in their own growth. They focus on learning valuable skills, gaining knowledge, and surrounding themselves with mentors who can guide them. They understand that personal development increases their earning potential and improves every financial decision they'll make in the future. Skills and knowledge can't be stolen, taxed away, or lost. They stay with you for life. When you become more capable, every investment you make afterward becomes stronger, smarter, and more profitable. For the wealthy, self-investment is the foundation of every other investment.
Secret 8. They understand the difference between price and value. The wealthy don't get distracted by price tags. They focus on value, what something is truly worth and what it can return over time. While others shop for deals, the wealthy look for opportunities that will grow their money long after the purchase. They'd rather pay more for something valuable than pay less for something that won't grow. Secret 9. They think long-term, not short-term. Wealthy investors don't panic during market ups and downs. They see investing as a long journey, not a fast race. Instead of chasing quick profits, they choose investments that will still matter 5, 10, or 20 years from now. They are patient because they know that real wealth is built with time, not urgency. Secret 10. They use mentors and networks to multiply opportunities. The wealthy don't achieve success alone. They intentionally surround themselves with mentors, advisors, and other successful investors. Through conversations and connections, they discover new opportunities long before the public does. They understand that who you know can be as important as what you know. Secret 11. They let data guide decisions, not emotions. While the average person invests based on excitement, fear, or trends, the wealthy rely on research and facts. They study markets, compare strategies, and run numbers before taking action. Their emotions don't control their decisions, the evidence does. This allows them to stay calm when others panic.
Secret 12. They use taxes to their advantage. The wealthy don't just make money, they keep money. They understand tax laws, deductions, and investment structures that allow them to legally reduce taxes. They invest in assets like real estate, retirement accounts, and businesses that provide tax advantages. Saving money is treated as seriously as earning it. Secret 13. They build wealth to create freedom, not just luxury. The wealthy don't chase money for status or ego. They chase freedom, freedom of time, choices, and lifestyle. They invest so they can live life on their terms, not according to a job or financial pressure. Luxury becomes a bonus, not the goal. Freedom is the true measure of wealth.
Secret 14. They focus on cash flow, not just net worth. Wealthy people know that a high net worth means little if it doesn't produce income. They prioritize investments that generate steady monthly cash, like rental properties, dividend stocks, or businesses, so they always have money coming in. Their focus is not only on what they own, but on what pays them. Secret 15. They reinvent themselves when necessary. The wealthy don't cling to old ways of making money. If a career, business model, or market no longer works, they pivot without hesitation. They adapt to new technologies, trends, and opportunities instead of staying stuck in the past. Reinvention protects their wealth and keeps them ahead of the curve.
Secret 16. They protect their wealth with structures. Making money is one thing, keeping it is another. The wealthy use tools like trusts, corporations, insurance, and estate planning to protect assets for themselves and future generations. They don't leave their wealth vulnerable to lawsuits, taxes, or poor management. Protection is part of the plan. Secret 17. They teach their children about money. Wealthy people understand that money can disappear in one generation if their children don't learn how to manage it. So they teach financial responsibility early, saving, investing, budgeting, and entrepreneurship. Instead of giving money blindly, they pass on the knowledge that builds and preserves wealth.
Secret 18. They treat money like a tool, not a goal. The wealthy don't see money as the final destination. They see it as a tool to create a better life. Money becomes a way to buy time, choices, opportunities, and freedom. Because it's not their identity or source of self-worth, they make financial decisions calmly and wisely. They don't chase money emotionally or recklessly. Instead, they use it deliberately to build security, happiness, and generational impact. When money is treated as a tool, it works for you instead of controlling you.
Wealth isn't built by chance. It's built through mindset, habits, and smart decisions repeated over time. The wealthy don't rely on luck or income alone. They focus on creating assets, reducing risk, learning constantly, and letting time and systems work in their favor. Anyone can build wealth by applying the same principles. Start early, invest consistently, create multiple income streams, and never stop improving yourself. The path to wealth is not secret. It's just practiced by fewer people.